Breaking news, our merch just got a full revamp with all new designs and items. So if you want a little more random in your life, head over to clubrandom.com and check out the store. We've got premium hoodies, including our brand new quad hoodies with the updated logo, super soft t-shirts, super soft for men and women, and even tie-dye shirts. All merch is available exclusively at clubrandom.com. While you're there, catch up on recent episodes and grab some swag and bring a little random home. Once again, that's clubrandom.com. This episode is sponsored by Rula. Rula is a healthcare company that helps people find licensed therapists and psychiatrists who are in network with their insurance. Thousands of people are already using Rula to get quality, affordable therapy that's actually covered by insurance. Visit rula.com/random to get started. That's RULA.com/random. You deserve mental health care that works with you, not against your budget. Again, that's rula.com/random. If you run a business, hiring can eat up more time than almost anything. Reading resumes, scheduling interviews, figuring out who's serious, it's a lot. So how can you save time hiring? ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that quickly lets you see the most interested, qualified candidates first. So you save time by meeting the right people faster and right now. You can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/random. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
It's such a mystery.
A complete mystery.
It is.
Yes.
I don't care how much talent
No.
you have put.
Random.
It's all because we want to get high here.
And your point is?
And my point is...
Club Random.
Holy shit.
Hello.
I didn't think it would happen until I saw it in person, but you're
Hi.
really here. I'm just so flattered you're here. I mean, you don't do a lot of stuff.
I don't, but
Oh,
I am
Thank you so much.
a big fan.
Wow.
So-
That's, I'm so happy. I don't want to sound like that. Remember in American Beauty, the kid who was like, there's so much beauty in a plastic bag?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
I don't want to be that guy, but I feel very plastic baggy today because, I'm 70, but I'm feeling fine.
Right behind you.
Yeah, and, when you're this age, you've had shit. So, like, if you feel good and don't have to deal with the health, that's a good day. It's a beautiful day in California. I get to talk to you. I get to have a drink, which I allow myself once a week.
Nice.
But mostly you. You just don't do a lot. So that you would come here is just very meaningful to me. I appreciate it.
Well, that's interesting because I am a big fan.
Awesome.
Don't miss your show. So when I got the invitation to come, I said yes. And then I thought, what the hell am I doing? Why me? What are we going to talk about?
Oh, we're not going to have any problem.
Okay.
I mean, if you've seen this thing,
Yes.
I mean, I have no agenda, no questions. I said when we started, if I'm going to do a podcast, there's already $1 million. It's not going to be like the other ones, which really are just the old talk show. They have mics, they have cards, they have questions. I have pot and liquor.
Great. And no pre-interview?
Pre-interview.
No, but I come from Johnny Carson days.
That's what I'm, yeah.
And I used to have big fights because I would never do a pre-interview.
Yeah, because you're a big star.
No,
they let you
because
get away with it.
I'm not very good at my job. So the idea of having to tell a story once and then 2 nights later have to be funny and tell it again I wasn't very good at it.
It's really hard to do.
Yeah.
And of course, in those days, also, like the way the shows were, they thought of themselves, I'm sure, as politically correct, but like they just wanted to have the hot actress in the short skirt. I mean, you see, to this day,
I know.
all these, super woke people, but like all the actors who
Gussy
come
up.
right to this very day. I'm talking about, the main late night shows, Colbert. It's either tits or legs, but it's a lot of skin.
And a lot of flirting. A lot of flirting.
Which is gross, because who would want to fuck those guys? I mean, me, I could see.
Yeah.
But not those guys.
Yep. I'm with you.
No.
I'm right there. And I remember, what was it? Larry King, I think. Before I went on, they said, don't flirt with Larry.
Larry, I loved Larry.
But
So-
I wasn't going to flirt
No.
with him.
Well, he was married 8 times.
I know.
And I knew Larry very well. Not we weren't flirting. Although, remember, he kissed Brando that time?
Yeah.
Remember that time Brando kissed him?
Yes.
What the fuck was that about? Brando.
I know a
So-
little bit about him
Weirdo, right?
because my husband was older than I was and in the business, my first husband. And
Whose name you retain.
yeah. Yeah,
I
well,
love it.
it seemed kind of weird to when you're
Yeah,
famous
exactly.
to change your name,
I-
your last name.
I know.
That seems
what I-
coy or something.
But yeah, Brando kissed Larry King.
Yeah, he did.
I guess he was boy, what a genius. But
I know,
like,
what a character. You know,
a character, yeah.
I'm friends, and a lot practical jokes. He was
Yeah.
a friend of my husband, so I was around when he pulled some very, very
Oh, really?
intricate.
You met Brando?
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
And Dish.
He was great.
What's
he was
the-
great, but
Oh,
but
he was.
I'll just one thing that is, I think, funny. It was funny at the time. He was when my husband's second wife, Ursula Andres, who was
Wow.
yeah.
Was John Derek's second wife?
Yeah. There's just
Oh.
never been a face like that, ever.
When she was coming out of the water in the James Bond,
I know.
you know?
Yeah, when athletic women weren't the style then, too.
You did a little coming out of the water yourself.
I think Blake had that in mind.
You look like you still could.
Oh, thank you. No.
You look great. You aged
But
incredibly well.
back to Brando, when he was
Yeah.
writing his autobiography, he actually called Ursula, and he couldn't remember whether they had made love or not. He knew they had dated, but he couldn't remember, and he wanted her to verify whether it happened or not.
That's in Streisand's book.
What?
Not the same idea, not the same people. She, it's like, I don't know if you saw this, she put out her autobiography a
Yeah.
couple of years ago. It's like 900 pages, but it is worth it.
Is
I'm not just saying that because she's a good friend, but it's just first of all, it's so obviously her voice.
Oh, good.
You know, it's not like as told too. I know I'm talking to her many times as she was writing, and she really cared about putting it down. And like her life is just amazing. I mean, there was not one guy who worked with her, you know, for decades who didn't try to get with her. You know, from earliest times. And the best story, apropos to what you're saying, is there's a line in there, it's like a haiku. It's like, did I sleep with Warren Beatty? Maybe. I think so. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. You know, it was like she couldn't remember whether she literally had sex with the biggest Lothario ever in Hollywood. So what does that say about
I think that
we're not young anymore?
I think there must be a point of no return where you have so many that you can't remember. I guess.
Yes, that's part of it. Certainly, a guy like Marlon Brando too, who tried to get with Streisand.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it's in her book. You know, I'm telling you, everybody. And she's bewitching. I can see why. But so Larry King. We're starting
Yes.
on Larry King. I loved Larry. Mostly when I knew him closely to him, he was married to the last wife, the Mormon, Sean,
Yes.
still around.
Sean.
Yeah, so we're not still talking shit about her.
No.
But I mean, it was public record that they, you know, had many marital problems. But, you know, when you would see them out together, it's this phenomenon that you were bringing up that, you know, he's Larry. He's not a terrible looking guy, but, you know, he's not a Lothario like, you know, some of your leading men, I'm sure. Tarzan was certainly I don't remember the movie well, but I remember thinking, wow, this guy has some great shampoo for a man who lives in the jungle.
Right?
Because his hair was like fucking perfect. You know?
I know. I know.
I mean, he and Jane looked like they met at Equinox.
Yeah. He definitely did.
But there's Larry, and Sean was like a foot taller. And model looking, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I can't say anything. My husband was 30 years older than I was. So it's hard for me to judge. Although I do, I shouldn't.
no, you can.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong.
Because we learn, we grow and we learn, right?
Life is judging. Judging, I mean, you can be judgy, which I fucking hate. But judging, yeah.
Judging, what's the difference?
Well, judging is making a choice about your settled opinion on any issue, and
Okay.
that's okay to do. There are some examples that would be obvious. Are we judging pedophilia? Yes. So we're saying I make the judgment that this is wrong.
But judging meaning about everything?
Well, most things.
Okay.
I mean, you seem to feel a little guilty about this, and I'm saying you shouldn't, because all we're saying is humans will human. They're just going to do the human-y things.
Yes, they are.
And with men, look, I'm 70 and never got married. We don't need to go into why that is, but let's just say water rolls downhill. That's my view. And for men, downhill is women. It's like sex, the urge to be.
Yes.
That the water's always going to roll downhill.
Okay.
To that.
Yes, yes.
With most heterosexual men. And
Yes.
Certainly with gay men.
That's
for
just
others.
our animal behavior.
Right. I mean,
Well, if you know animals, you love animals, you know how.
Boy, do I.
You know the animal drive's very strong. We pretend it isn't in humans, but it is.
I'm a PETA board member. I know you.
No.
One thing I do know about you is you love horses and care for them. We have a mutual enemy. Usually people say, we have a mutual friend.
Yeah.
When you're with me, I got a lot of beefs. I didn't try to start any of them. They're all wrong. But yeah, Liam Neeson is, I had a public feud with him.
Have I?
No,
Oh.
I'm just saying, but I know you love horses, so I know you're going to be on my side. His side is, he's pro the horses in Central Park.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
I judge that. I judge that as
Yes.
horrible.
Yes. Now, could it be done? Could tourists take rides on those horses in a humane way with animals, with horses?
No.
You don't think so at all? They should not ever be.
Well, certainly
pulling a carriage.
not stoned and shitting in a bucket and
No.
so they're so spirit is broken as they stand all day outside of the hotel. I used to stay at the hotel across from Central Park. It stunk of horse shit.
No, it's terrible. They shouldn't be on the street.
Yeah.
They should be only in the park. They should give that back field for them to have turnout. I've been through this with people. That back field with turnout and stables, proper living arrangements.
And that's what you have you have horses?
I do.
How
I
many?
do. I have two.
That's awesome.
I used to have a lot. Where we differ, I would think, because I know I've come up against PETA on a couple of issues, is horse racing. I imagine you don't care for that either.
I don't.
Yeah.
I recently talked to Ingrid Newkirk, the head of PETA, about it, and she said it's circling the drain. They've gotten it stopped in a lot of places.
Horse racing?
Yeah. Do you think it's
I don't think it's
humane
because
for-
of PETA.
Yeah, it is. They're really good at lobbying support. Who else would it be? Who else gives a shit?
It's a lot of things. I was a racing commissioner here in California for 7 years.
Why do you think it's not bad for the horse? You think the horse is okay with it?
I think at a certain level, yes. I think in California, it's okay. If we're going to use horses at all.
But they often break their legs, and then they have to be put down. And,
In the old days, yes, and in certain states and certain jurisdictions. But that's why when Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he was governor, he asked if I would be a commissioner. And he wanted me to look after the horses. And I think you could argue that while I was there, we changed some rules that really made a
Oh,
difference.
well, that's good. But Arnold,
You're not convinced.
it's okay. But
We don't.
we don't have to have beef. I don't
No.
want to have beef with anybody.
No.
Disagreements are fine.
I know, but it was a great opportunity to learn about the industry and make some real changes.
So here's a story that makes sense to this. I went to a party, a friend of mine, he's a great guy, I love him, and he's become very successful and now has a beautiful house very near here. But this is like 15 years ago. He was living in an apartment, but he wanted to have this sort of lavish, exotic, different kind of party. So this is in an apartment. I walk in and there's a camel in the lobby of the building. And I go up and so it was like, some sort of animal themed or, and then outside, he's in an apartment and then like out on the patio is a fucking tiger. And
Oh, no,
I mean,
no.
as a PETA person, I was just getting more and more, and there was a room full of A-listers, and I knew some of them were like sympathetic to the cause. I was saying, we got to tell Michael, you can't have
No.
Okay, this is just not right. And finally, a few of us go up and then convince him, and Arnold Schwarzenegger walks in and goes, "I want to see the tiger."
It's good. Yes. No, I worked with Tippi Hedren. We went to D.C. and everything on that.
The birds. Are you that Tippi Hedren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she gave up her career for various reasons. But one was to help endangered animals, and especially wild animals being pets. She really fought that.
She probably felt guilty about how much they had to fucking torture birds to get that.
Oh, it was later when she did a movie called Roar
No, what's
with
that?
some wildcats. One of them took, Melanie was a little girl actress in the movie, took her forehead off in the movie. Yeah.
In the movie
But in the movie, while they were shooting it, it actually happened.
Oh.
But Tippi learned by working with the animals. She thought she loved them. She had, I think, 1 or 2 as pets. But she learned in the process that this is not right. Wild animals belong in the wild.
They do. Did you ever work with them? Oh, Tarzan, you must have, the chimp.
Everything was trying to kill me on that movie.
Right.
All the time.
Where was that shot?
That was Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Sri
Oh,
Lanka.
so not
You
Africa.
must go where the elephants are, you see.
Oh, of course,
They're
Sri
hard.
Lanka. For
You
those,
can ship in the lions, you can ship in the orang and the cheetahs, but you can't move elephants.
for those who are geographically stunted, Sri Lanka is off the coast of India.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be Ceylon, and then it became Sri Lanka. And it is mostly Hindu, right?
It's yes.
It's a war-torn island.
Christian
Because,
is
there's different factions.
Muslim,
and
yes.
Yeah, they.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the world out there. We're in here.
I know.
Do you drink?
Not anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't make me more clever, it turns out.
Oh.
I know it does you.
Uh,
And I'm enjoying the God, I
oh, yeah,
I-
you smoke?
No.
Oh.
But I used to smoke pot
Because-
as a kid, and
One of the cool things about 10 was the pot smoking.
yeah,
I mean, it was 1980, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and in 1980, that wasn't like, I mean, you saw Cheech and Chong did it, but it was like, it just was, I watched it again fairly recently, and I gotta say, it holds up.
I think it does too.
It absolutely does. Now, there are some things like there's literally nothing you can look at from even 20 years ago that doesn't have something that you go, oh, we wouldn't do that today.
Yeah.
So, but that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Okay, I know what
mean,
you
like he says, he's Dudley Moore's writing partner is gay.
Yes.
Which that itself wasn't done a hell of a lot.
It wasn't.
But generally, it does hold up. I mean, it does have a sexist slant because it's a man who's having a midlife crisis and is lusting after
But that's what the story's about.
Of course.
Yeah. So
Water rolls downhill. He cannot help himself.
can't help it.
I mean, that's what's so funny. And when I saw it, I hadn't seen it since it came out, I don't think. And when I saw it a couple of years ago, it was like, I forgot that it was such a comedy, that they play. I mean, there's just a lot of broad comedy, the bee
Physical,
on the face,
yes.
and rolling down the hill.
Yeah.
And
And the hot sand on his feet, which is so corny.
yes.
Right?
And you don't even speak until like the third reel.
No, I'm hardly in the movie.
But then, well, but you are. But another thing I forgot, all those years, you are actually quite good when you do open your mouth. It's a great performance.
Thank you.
Yeah, really
It was
is.
written, and I'm working with Blake Edwards.
Right. Oh, of course.
If he says you did a good job, you did a good job. You can just go home and feel good about it.
This episode is sponsored by Rula. Rula is a healthcare company that helps people find licensed therapists and psychiatrists who are in network with their insurance. And that's important because therapy is hard enough without turning the search into a part-time job. They work with over 100 insurance plans, and patients typically pay around $15 per session when using insurance, which is how insurance is supposed to work. Rula also helps you find providers based on your goals, preferences, and what you're actually looking for, not just whoever happens to be available. And appointments may be available as soon as tomorrow, plus Rula stays involved throughout the process, helping you keep moving forward instead of leaving you on your own after the first appointment. So if you're thinking about talking to someone, don't wait. Check out Rula today. Thousands of people are already using Rula to get quality, affordable therapy that's actually covered by insurance. Visit Rula.com/random to get started. That's RULA.com/random. You deserve mental health care that works with you, not against your budget. Again, that's Rula.com/random. RULA.com/random. You know, as you get older, you realize life is basically one long exercise in saving time. You buy things on subscription, you order groceries, you take calls in the car, because time is the one thing nobody has enough of. And if you run a business, hiring can eat up more time than almost anything. Reading resumes, scheduling interviews, figuring out who's serious, it's a lot. So how can you save time hiring? ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that quickly lets you see the most interested, qualified candidates first. So you save time by meeting the right people faster and right now. You can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/random. Their matching technology helps connect you with qualified candidates quickly, and candidates can actually tell you, in their own words, why they want the job. Imagine that. Enthusiasm is underrated, especially these days. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Save time and meet great candidates sooner with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/random. That's ZipRecruiter.com/random. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. No, I remember there was a movie star, I won't say who I was buddies with at the time, who worked with him in the 80s. And let's just say this movie star was a guy's guy. And Blake, he said, was kind of a guy's guy. I mean, when I saw, knowing that from all those years ago, when I resaw 10, I would kind of figured in my mind that, oh, Blake is kind of this guy said he was a dog. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know if he was.
I don't know either.
Yeah. But very often those kind of guys married to the saintly Julie Andrews, but
Who's a dame. She's amazing.
What is she like?
She's not saintly. She's fantastic.
Really?
She's fun.
Well, you can be both. But she's truly the good qualities of a saint, right? Couldn't be nicer, right?
Couldn't be nicer, but she can talk like a sailor with the best of them.
Awesome.
It's good to know, isn't it?
Well, remember, then he put her in SOB, and then she showed her tits?
Yeah.
Do you remember what a big thing that was?
It was.
Like Julie Andrews is showing her tits?
Yep.
But no, it does hold up, and it's in its broadly comic way, it really does get at that very universal thing that happens in, I can only speak for the men, but the midlife crisis, or is this the last time I'm going to be sort of like fuckable, attractive to, I mean, I have other things in life, but, you don't want to let go of that part of you.
Yes.
You know, I mean, and when
I'm
you,
sympathetic
you
to a
don't
point.
have, I mean,
Well-
you still got it. And I know you, it's funny because you said you were so much younger, right, than your first husband.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're younger, you're the younger, I mean, your husband is now younger than you.
Yes.
So you kind of
Yes.
like are the poster person for the age doesn't matter. It can go either way. It's just the
Love
person.
is love, and it's individual. You can't. I ended up meeting a lot of young women who were with older men. I don't think I had anything in common with any of them,
Really?
but they thought we did,
Right.
just because of that one
Right.
aspect of my life. But you know, I was 17, and you think you know everything when you're 17.
You were 17 when you met John Derek.
Mm-hmm. And he was
40s, right?
Yeah, he was
Wow.
46. And
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm
yeah,
talking at the last.
It's a great age for a man.
No, I mean, this has been my whole life.
Yeah, and he was
You know.
going off to Europe, and
I used to feel sheepish about it because people try to shame you about it. And at some point I went, you know what? If everybody else gets to say, I was born this way, and this is my truth, and you know what I mean? All this, you know, if I were to come out as gay, they do. But that's your truth, though. That's what you like. You were born that way. Well, I was born
so you're getting
that, you know.
attracted to younger women.
It's not just physical. There's a certain joie de vivre that replaces the joie de mine that got up and went. And it, you know, you need joie and vive.
You know, I've always said that I have some friends that are like you and that didn't get married, and they have girlfriends. They treat them well. They don't get married, so they're my heroes.
Because we're not liars.
Yes,
See,
but men want both, and men lie.
Well,
Husbands
exactly.
lie, and it's
Yeah.
being made a fool of. It's the deceit. That's the problem.
I feel very good about the choice I made. I feel I made a rare choice. It wasn't hard. Well, it is hard. It's hard to stay unmarried when you're successful and charming as fuck, as we all know, even though half the town is always beefing with me. I just ignore the hate mail, Bo. Fuck it.
I can't believe you get all this.
Oh, I do.
Crazy.
Oh, the woke hate me. I get
The
along.
woke hate.
Exactly. They just hate. It's an animating feature of their life.
Yeah.
Is to feel superior to people who are morally inferior because they don't agree with them 100% on everything. So that means you are, of course, morally inferior. And I just won't buy it. I don't go along, and that's okay. The people who love me love my dirty draws. They really do. They do anything for me. They literally say to me, thank you for your service all the time when I'm out. So the people who hate me, you know, it's just like it just balances out.
Yeah.
You know, and if I thought that the people who hate me ever like made an honest argument, they're the people who won't talk to me. The conservatives who I don't vote with or agree on many things, they're always happy to talk. It's the woke people who are like, because they're not really that bright or learned about what the things they're arguing about, so they don't want to argue with me because they don't have.
No.
I always say to them, just engage on the argument I'm making. Tell me that the argument I'm making is wrong. No, it's always you're old or you're you're sexist. Well, these are labels.
Yeah.
What about the argument? You know, I went to see Barbie when that was out, and I tweeted about it. I hadn't tweeted in a long time. When I got home, and just to say that it's based on a false premise, that we still have this oppressive patriarchy in 2023. We don't. There are problems that remain, but it's not a patriarchy. And I proved it because I looked up the board, because there's a real Mattel company. And I looked up their board. It's 6, I think it was 6 and 6. 6 men, 6 women. In the movie, she barges into the Mattel boardroom and it's all men.
Right.
And it's the present day. So you're literally lying and saying, because we have the facts, Mattel is not all men.
Why did Mattel let them do that as a company?
It made $1 billion. Like you don't think they
But
sold
did
a
it
lot
help doll sales? I guess it
I don't-
did, but I don't know.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
never saw the follow-up, but I can't imagine that it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right? Barbie was like all anyone talked about in the summer of 2023.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I tweeted this out, like, did anyone engage with that actual argument? No. Just, oh, Bill, you're flexing, you're this, you're that, you're old, you don't get it, you hate women. It's like, just talk about what the argument. Just engage, and they will not, because there is no argument.
No.
I have you dead to rights. There is a real Mattel boardroom. Doesn't mean I'm saying there's no problem between the sexes.
Sure.
But they're also very uniform in their thinking. They love this privilege concept, and there is privilege for white people, of course, in this country. I mean, the legacy of this country is so horrible that all white people are benefiting from stuff that happened years before. Doesn't mean we did it today, but today's very different. That there's many kinds of privilege. Pretty privilege. That's a thing.
I know nothing about that.
Well, I know a lot about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
pretty gets you, first of all, you never have to buy a drink. Or a dinner.
No, it is. It's
Or a
been
boat.
it's an embarrassment of riches.
What?
My life.
Oh, yeah.
My life. And because I had, 200 years ago, my physique wouldn't have been in fashion and my looks wouldn't have been in fashion. I'm
What?
born in the right time.
You don't think the way you look would have been in fashion?
No, I
Why?
think I'm skinny. I would have been considered skinny and scrawny and not Rubenesque and not. No, there is fashion and beauty.
There definitely is. There is definitely a Rubenesque thing. I don't think that was 200 years ago. I think there was a little before that.
Okay.
And anytime, I think it was past the Middle Ages, but early into the modern era, maybe the 1600s is Peter Paul Rubens. But anytime society is living in poverty, extreme poverty, being
Heavy,
thank you.
gigantic.
Gigantic, yes. Yes, being a real pie wagon was just the most fashionable thing. Look at North Korea. Like, there's one fat guy in the country. It's Kim Jong-un. And everybody else is starving. But the king has to be, he doesn't try to stop that.
No.
That's a way to signal to the people, I'm regal, I'm royal, I'm different than you. You have kids?
Nope.
No kids. Look at you and me, no kids. You didn't want them.
No, I thought I did just because you do. Everyone says you're going to have kids. And then when I think I hit about 32, I thought, I better start working on this and scheduling it.
And
I
you're
kept
still
waiting.
married to John?
Yeah, I kept waiting
Okay.
for my life to slow down. It
He
never
didn't-
slowed down.
And he didn't say, I want to put a baby in you. No, he didn't want kids.
He'd had 2 kids from
Oh,
a
okay.
previous marriage.
Oh,
It
right,
wasn't
he
a
was
good
older,
marriage.
so he'd done it.
Yeah, he'd done
so
it.
that's perfect.
And so when I thought I wanted it, then I really started sitting down to scheduling it. And I thought, I'm not mother material. My husband certainly isn't
Really?
father material. I mean, he was the most judgmental oddball.
Who?
And Derek.
Your husband?
Mhm.
Was it judgmental oddball?
Well, he kind of lived in a fantasy world and he was very tough on his children from his first marriage. And that didn't work out well because he was tough.
Well, it's
And I
funny you
think
say,
kids, and then you look around it, at least back then, I don't think so much now maybe, but back in the 80s, kids of famous people were really struggling.
Nepo babies, we call them now.
No, but then I think they were left home more.
No, Nepo baby. You've heard that term.
I have,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. That's anybody who's... And that doesn't mean that they can't be talented themselves, but it is a big advantage.
But I think they grew up with a chip on their shoulder, a lot of them, because they were left at home then.
You know what?
They weren't brought on the set. They didn't have the nannies where they were in their parents' lives so much.
You're right. Things changed.
Yeah.
It was harder then. Now it's great. All these kids are very happy. All the ones who were like 20 years old now, Johnny Depp's kid, and I mean, everybody who's ever been anybody from 20 years ago, their kid is now like, and the kids are very happy with this. They don't want real jobs.
I know.
And it's okay, but just you know, I've heard at times this argument, you know, oh, it's harder for, it's not harder for you.
It's not harder.
It's easier for you, especially now.
It's
they
definitely
love,
easier.
Nepo babies are everywhere.
They
really are.
They are.
And it's okay.
And, you know, I couldn't wait to drive. I couldn't wait to get my first job, to have my own money that I could
Me too.
buy pot with.
Yeah. Oh, so you did smoke pot?
I did.
Oh, good for you.
I did. When I was in high school.
When you were filming that?
I don't know if I really liked it as much as I liked the fact that I was hip and I was smoking.
When you filmed that in 10,
Yeah.
were you really smoking pot?
No.
Oh,
they
wouldn't
brought
let you?
some. They brought some. I don't know,
Oregano.
herbal something.
Oh, okay. You made it look real. It certainly was a great fantasy for me. Well, you said your husband, fantasy, you know, he lived in this, and then he married the fantasy girl. He married the girl who, like, it's so funny the way America, like, gets fixated on, like, one girl for, like, 10 years.
Right.
You are, like, it happened with Carmen Electra.
Mm-hmm.
Pamela Anderson. It's like, for like a whole decade, there's like one pretty girl in the whole country. You were that girl. You know,
It
like,
turned out.
it's just like, no, nobody else. And it's like, come on, isn't somebody else a little? No.
No.
It's Carmen Electra again. That's it. And it was like, that must have been, I mean, obviously gratifying in one way, kind of a burden in another.
It was none of those things. It
Like
was,
I say, not
it
that.
was just, it was just a whirlwind because I had no aspirations to be in films. When I did 10, it was just a fluke that I got the part. And
Oh, really?
I had no agent, no manager, nothing, no fantasies about being in the movies. So it came at me so fast and turned my life around. So I always felt I was kind of catching up, never stopped to think. I was just always uncomfortable with my image, being all over magazines when I walked down the street. And I always felt kind of fake and an imposter at the same time because I didn't work as an actress. I didn't, or drive a limo or whatever everybody else did to be in movies.
It is so funny that so many people, they want it, they yearn for it so badly,
Yeah.
and it almost works against them. And there's something that reads, I think, about someone who actually doesn't care if I get this part. It's just like in a relationship, you know, if you have that, like, you know, I could go out with you, or it's not gonna kill me if I don't, you know, as opposed to the thirsty guy who's never attractive to a woman. I mean, a woman is always gonna think, well, if he's too good for me, he must be awesome, you know. And it's kind of the same in the business, you know. It's like, well, if she really doesn't care, I mean, it's genuine. They just feel it. It's like, wow, she's too good for us. We want her.
Well, it was that way when I went on my interview with Blake. You know, I just came in. It was just a fluke. A girlfriend said, he's looking for this girl and he wants to meet you, because my husband had a reputation for having beautiful women in his life.
Well, Ursula Andress.
Yeah, Linda Evans. That was his third wife.
Linda, who's that again?
Dynasty.
Oh, of course, the blonde.
Big Valley.
Wait, he got with her too?
That was his third wife.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Third wife before you?
Uh-huh.
You were the fourth wife.
I was the fourth.
I bought this house from someone whose wife was part of a fifth wives club.
Oh.
There was a fifth wives club out here in posh. We wouldn't say exactly what part of Los Angeles this is in, but a nice, let's just say a nice one that didn't burn down last year.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. In that neighborhood,
Yeah. And they were all like, well, I'll just say, they're all Beverly Hills housewives. And, you know, the fact that there was says something about this business. The fact that there was enough of them to have a club
I know.
of and they were all
And they like to get together?
Yes, there was a club, and they were all happy. Like, it took this fucker 4 marriages to figure it out, and now they were obviously older in life.
No, wait, these are women who were individually the number 5, or was this from the same man?
No, not the same man.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
Different sort of Hollywood types and moguls, and who married 5 times. There's the kind of guy who they just get married.
They do, and there's another thing that I think happens too, is a guy can come on real strong, sweep a young woman off her feet,
Right.
promise her the moon, then because of his privilege in life, water might run downhill, and he starts looking somewhere else. And I think that, certain men who have a certain affluence have more opportunity.
Of course.
To do this.
Of course.
You're not going to have a guy who really works hard for a living with 5 wives.
No, exactly. Well, I'm telling you, it's a Beverly Hills club.
Yeah.
And they were all happy. That's what she told me. Like, it was the guy had finally settled down. It just
They were the last one.
the 5th.
Yes.
So
That happens too, physically. Happened with my father.
what do you mean?
My father was quite a rake. And he finally, we all thought, because I'm one of 4 kids, we thought he'd found the love of his life finally. And later on in life, he said, no, you don't understand. The drive was gone.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Look, Anthony Quinn had a baby out of wedlock at 80.
I know.
So,
I know, I was doing a film with him
was that,
around that time.
I always thought
I was there for the whole drama with his wife and everything.
The poor wife must be like, 80? How old does this motherfucker have to get before I have to stop worrying about him going out on me?
So dramatic, yeah.
But yes, the drive, but that's always been my issue. Like, anytime, I'm trying not to be crude about this, anytime I have sex, I just feel like it has to be like I just got out of prison. Or else I don't want to do it. You know what I mean?
Kind of, yeah.
I
I don't know if
it's not the kind of thing. Either you should be very passionate or just don't do it. Like, if you used to do it 21 times a week, that's not going to happen. But make the times that you do it as good as when it used to. Like that Toby Keith song, I ain't as good as I once was.
Right.
But I'm as good once as I ever was.
Yes. Sweet Toby.
Oh, you knew him?
Yeah.
Why?
He had racehorses.
Well,
racehorses, good ones.
I only discovered his music recently. I think when he died, I was like, I used to make fun of this guy back in 2003 with the Iraq War, and he had that song about
those corny songs.
Put a boot in your ass, and we made fun. And I was like, but I never really gave him a chance. And then I got his greatest hits. I was like, wow, this guy was talented, and he has some amazingly great songs.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the boot in the ass one now.
And now you do.
Well, I wasn't for the Iraq War.
Yeah.
So that was, I didn't think of the right war to fight. I like it more for the one we're in now, but we don't want to get into that. And by the way, in my life, I'll just share this with you. There is nothing, and I mean that very literally, nothing more compelling that I've ever experienced than a beautiful woman who's also great to talk to. That's like everything
Goes
in life.
both ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've never
It's my
been.
favorite thing. I'm just lucky to be around some really intelligent people that I call friends, and I love nothing more than sitting and talking to them. My best friend is a politician.
A politician.
Mm-hmm.
Can we share that?
She's fascinating, just fascinating. And
Should we
she
share
brings
that
me
name?
along.
Who is
yeah,
it?
Yvonne Baki. She
Oh.
brings me along.
Who is her position?
Ambassador to the U.S. from Ecuador. She's Lebanese.
Oh, she's from Ecuador.
Yeah, very, very complicated.
How did you become friends with her?
In Washington. I was there to work on the horse slaughter bill to stop horse slaughter in the country.
Stop.
And yes, I do want to stop the slaughter.
Yeah, me too.
And that's been a 25-year shit show.
Well,
I mean, it's ridiculous.
you, me, and PETA then are on the same page there. So let's just be friends on that one.
Oh, no, we are friends.
Yeah, of course we are. Well, I'm going to talk to Ingrid.
I'll tell you what I like. I like very pragmatic solutions.
Me too.
There's a great program that my girlfriend let me be part of in the Galápagos Islands. Do you know blue bonds?
Blue bonds.
Blue bonds. So there's a way.
Bonds, B-O-N?
BONDS.
Oh,
financial bonds.
Blue bonds, yes.
Blue bonds.
Sure.
And
Good
for
bonds.
Ecuador to expand their marine preserve by 23 square miles. No, 23,000 square miles? I can't remember. Anyway, it was a huge expansion, over 50% of their marine preserve. There was, Credit Suisse set up a blue bond for investment, and it was a debt swap. So they got $1.5 billion off their debt that they owed for making this marine expansion. So I like the idea of monetizing. It's too easy for us. In America, we've destroyed our coral reefs and our oceans. And now we're going to say, now you at the Galápagos, because it's an international treasure, you can't fish in it, you can't do this. We want you to not do anything to hurt your treasure. And it also helped start this incredible superhighway for whales and
tell
sea
people
life.
why the Galapagos is so sacred to nature lovers, because it's where Darwin,
I know.
you know, that's the whole thing with the Galapagos in Ecuador, which is on the west coast of South America,
Yeah.
north of Chile, for, again, the geographically challenged. I know some of them are out there. This is where Darwin went to study what became the theory of evolution.
Yes.
So it is a sacred place to people who actually like science, actual
But it also
science.
belongs to Ecuador. And we expect them not to put hotels and resorts.
Right, I see what you're saying.
So we got to give them something.
Yeah, I think you could do both. I think that's one where you could do both.
But we have to. And
I mean,
that's what we did with blue bonds.
I don't
They
think-
got $1.5 billion off their debt.
Right. Oh, good.
Yeah, it's
So,
a great program. And now it's going all over.
Because a hotel, you know, do it right and just don't kill the turtles when you build it. You know, but there's no reason why you would kill the turtles. You could build a hotel without killing the turtles. I feel like that is the essence of pragmatism in
Yes.
politics, right?
But this might be the one place left where they won't ever have a hotel.
And that would be fine with me too.
Yeah. And we might want to keep one. But we have to give them something.
Or build it 20 miles away.
Yeah, they have.
So you have to take a fucking
600 miles
shuttle
away.
bus there.
Yeah, they're 600 miles offshore.
I once went to the Hearst Castle. I thought you could drive right up to it. No, you get in a fucking bus, and it's like another 45 minutes. Did you ever
know
go
it.
to the Hearst Castle?
I swam in the pool.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know.
Oh, you're one of those people.
It's good to be me. I
was just-
swear to God, in my life, still, I haven't made a major motion picture in 100 years. Still, doors open for me.
You made the right choice there, by the way. You
What?
are not missing anything.
What do you mean?
Not making movies.
No, I don't
You're not
miss it.
missing anything.
I don't miss
you
it.
really aren't. I was an actor in the 80s when I was for a comic, but you know,
I saw your poster on
comics become actors. When we think that's it. It was never supposed to be my path, but you know, you're young and it's fun, and you know, you do some silly movies, and but it sucks. I mean, it's just too many hours. It's just when you're doing a movie, all you do is the movie. It just totally takes
and
over your life, right?
Yes, and you sit around all day.
You sit around.
And it's such a
Yeah.
it's such a mystery when it's going to work.
A complete
It
mystery.
is.
Yes.
I don't care how much talent
No,
you have put in above the
absolutely.
line. It is an absolute
There's so many
roll
things.
of the dice.
Totally. There's so many things that can fuck up a movie. Editing. You know, or you can get on the set and the actors don't like each other. Or one wants to do
That happens a lot.
one wants to do 50 takes
I know.
and one wants to do one.
I know.
What do you do then?
Yeah.
You know, what do you do when the chimp wants another take in Tarzan?
Oh my God. Yes. No, it's very complicated. And, you know, my husband, John Corbett, is I think, a great actor and a comedic actor.
I love him.
And
I love him in everything he does.
Everything he does.
I've never seen him like as oh, you know what? He was, I think, the lead in that movie with the cop movie with Keanu Reeves.
He was in that, yeah.
So great.
Street Kings.
Oh my God, is that a great movie?
He loved doing that.
He's terrific in that. No, I mean, I've seen him in a million things. He seems like another one of those guys who you just like because, again, it doesn't look like it's that important. Like he's
oh, there you go.
There's
That's
not
interesting.
there's not this like super intensity that's like, okay, just I'm just here for entertainment. It's the end of the day, and I want to watch something entertaining that grabs me. And like, let's not pretend that this is curing cancer. You know,
Yeah, and
that's a big disease out here.
There's something great and that I respect so much, having been in the business, of a really good working actor. Having been only a movie star for kind of no reason. And the pressures are so different as against having a life, showing up, doing great work, making everybody happy, going home, and not it being all-consuming to you. And that's what he is.
That's awesome. You probably wouldn't get along if he wasn't.
No, and I think he could normally never be with someone who's an actress because of the competition, the why are you still on the set? You're going to be gone for 8 weeks.
That's why
I get it all.
When I was young and dating as much as I could, when I first moved out here, late 20s, 30s, I early on stopped going out with actresses for that very reason. Like you'd have a date and they'd cancel it because they got an audition the next day. And it was like they weren't lying. They weren't trying to get out of it. It's not that they were blowing me off. They just really had an audition, and that was what's important to them.
Yeah.
And I was great, but then I was like, no. And they're and they're a little crazy.
They are crazy.
You know, I mean, they're high strung. I mean, there's a reason why actors like to stay in a state of emotional turmoil, which is not great for your real life as a human being. But it's great when you're on the set because you have all this that's stirring around in your gut, right?
Yeah, so you got to be firing emotionally on anything.
So even though the scene is about how, you had sex with the monkey, when you were a child, it doesn't, not something you really did, but you can channel into, because that's what acting class teaches you. No, it's like, and you use that, and, I mean, I remember, was I still acting when my father died. And I remember, it's kind of selfish, but, how can you help the thoughts that go into your mind? I remember thinking, like, right after he died, oh, this would be a good time to have an audition for a really serious part. Because I could cry, so, I mean, it's all I can do to stop crying.
Yeah.
For the, the few weeks after he died, and then my mother, the same thing.
Did you?
Well, it's funny, like, I remember for both of them, it was like, and I think it speaks to the fact that I was fortunate and had great parents and not anything too unresolved, that I was, like very choked up at the funeral. I was supposed to speak. I did speak, but it was very hard to talk with the lump in your throat. So, good. That's how it should be. And then there was like a month after that when I was home and I'd just be doing whatever I have to do. I had to go back to work and I'm reading or writing or whatever it is. And like suddenly I would just like, and I remember thinking, I'm so glad I live alone. Because I'd be so embarrassed if someone was here and they just saw me suddenly start. And I'd do that for like a few minutes and go back to work. And that lasted for about a month. And then I was done. Not that I don't, love them, but like, that's the course of nature.
Yeah.
They were never.
It is.
They were never supposed to be there forever. What's tragic is when someone predeceases the parent. That's tragic. But when
that'll break you.
I would,
when someone dies too young.
Well, and when it's your kid.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't.
Because
imagine.
you're supposed to die before.
I don't know how people go on sometimes.
Right.
Some of the circumstances.
Not something we'll have to face. Another good reason.
Just my doggies.
Another good reason for us doing what we're doing, man. And we're helping the planet.
You know what? Another thing I thought of when I was thinking about having a kid. You'll get this, but other people don't. I thought, now I'm thinking about all these different, making a list in my mind about pros, cons of having a kid. I think I spend more time when I decide to have a new dog, than most people do when they have a kid.
Me too. And I'm at that place now.
Yeah.
My dog, I've always had two. One died in August.
Oh, no.
Poor Chico had gotten to that point where he couldn't breathe. So I had to bring in the needle, and because dogs just don't die. Because in nature, they'd be dead years before. Once they lose a step, you're dead in nature. But
the other dogs will kill him, too.
Right. Anything will kill him. But life is partly grief. And we all know that. And it's what I started to say to you when I sat down here. The fact that I'm 70 and I'm here with you today and I feel fine. We don't take that for granted at our age. The way we did when we were young. I never even thought about it. You know? And when I got sick, meaning colds, flu, which I got way more when I was younger.
Yeah, me too.
Because we were stupid and we lived worse. At least I did. I drank. I didn't eat the right food. Didn't get sleep.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Yeah.
But when I got sick, it never entered my mind. Oh, this could turn into something bad.
Yeah.
Now, if I get a hangnail, I'm like, is that the first sign of Parkinson's disease?
And we go to the doctor every year for our blood tests and our checkups.
Well,
you don't?
Oh, are you kidding? I used to have one doctor name in my, at the time, Rolodex, probably. Now I have like 100, that's part of it is because doctors are big fans of mine. And like whenever one comes up to me and it's like, oh, I'm the
best at this.
Yeah, and I'm like, you are my new best friend. You know what?
I know.
I don't say this to every motherfucker who comes up to me, but you, my friend, are in my phone now.
I know.
And it's great. Who doesn't want a fan working on you?
You don't want to be a number or just a name on a file.
I remember when Reagan got shot, which was almost the same, maybe the year after 10 came out, and his big quip, which
it's great.
He was funny, and he said something about to Nancy, like, make sure the doctor's a Republican.
Yeah. It was so good.
It's so good. And
honey, I didn't duck or something too.
Yes. Honey, I forgot to duck.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the first time I knew that it was him and not his writers and being prepped. I just wasn't sure until then.
Well, Gore Vidal once said, the biggest myth about Ronald Reagan was that he wasn't a good actor. Because they made fun of him. He was not a successful actor. He had a little run, but, he also made the right choice. I thought he got out when the getting out was good,
Yes.
There are a precious few, even less with women, who can endure into their 50s and 60s.
Right.
And then you have to just be iconic to be working in your 70s and 80s. We're talking about Robert De Niro, Harrison Ford, Kevin Costner. Yes, if you are so big, you are iconic, Mel Gibson, you can work, but you're playing bad grandpa.
And there are only a handful of them anyway. Not a lot.
Right, Michael Douglas.
And with Ronald Reagan, he was in the studio system. You didn't choose your parts.
we take our good fortune really for granted. I mean, say we, I mean, as a society, as people, especially as kids today who I don't think are well educated, I don't think they realize how recently in history, how much harder life was.
Oof.
You know, it was really tooth and claw, especially for a woman. I mean, there was no women's rights at all, and even in the
No,
West.
my mom had a tough time.
What was her situation?
Well, born in the Depression.
In the Depression?
And
Where?
In Southern Illinois. And
So
to a
Reagan's
single mother.
Oh,
And so life was tough.
a single
But
mother.
she worked really hard, my mom.
My
And
gra-
her mom worked her whole life.
My grandmother was a single mother.
It was rare.
In the 20s, and she told me how rare it was. She told me when she drove, she had to. My mother was really raised by the grandparents in New York because my grandmother had to be on Long Island. That's where her job was. And she said when she was driving a car in the 20s, men would yell at her from other cars.
For what?
Like, you shouldn't be driving.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Really?
Right, exactly.
I didn't know
yeah.
they couldn't drive. Like,
Well, driving was fairly new.
yeah.
And the idea, women only got the vote in
I
1920.
know, that's right.
So we're
And
talking
they couldn't
about...
get a credit card till, what, 60s, 70s?
Really?
On their own?
Women?
Without a man signing their credit card?
I
Yeah.
never heard that.
Yeah.
Wait, come on.
I think it's 60s. I really do.
Women couldn't get a credit card on their own?
I believe.
What about that girl? I bet you she could. What about Mary Tyler
She
Moore?
must have had Ed Asner signing her credit
That's
card.
Mary. That's Mary Tyler Moore. Marlo Thomas is Danny Thomas. And you're right. I bet you Marlo Thomas couldn't get a credit card when she was 18. She
Maybe.
needed Danny Thomas.
Probably.
That's, well, just to the point that, you know, modernity is really modern. It's really new. It really is. I mean, just a hot shower was a rarity 100 years ago. So,
Yeah, I read that stuff all the time.
you know,
But at the same time, I don't have a lot of faith in people.
me neither.
But we are getting better.
I'm saying
Life
society...
for all of us is
and
better.
you know who did that? The pragmatists, the people, the centrists, the plotters, the people, the policy wonks. Hillary Clinton is one of these type of people. The people who they're really not that far on either extreme. They just want to make a situation better. They're wonky about it, which you have to be. They're not the show ponies on either extreme. They're not on Twitter. They don't care about that. There was a congressman, he was always the best congressman. He was out here, Waxman. He did so much to advance like practical social agenda issues. We once asked him on the show. He was like, "No, I'm busy." I was like, I fucking love this guy. Everybody else is like, run, thirsty to the microphone.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
really?
No,
You're
there is
going to
that,
point
yeah.
a camera at me?
Yeah.
I'm there.
Ugh.
And this guy was like,
You
no.
can see them perform. Bad actors.
I'm a congressman. I have a job. I'm going to do that. Thank you for the offer, but...
But you know, in your argument, you're leaving out capitalism.
I love it. I love
I mean, that's
capitalism.
brought us out of poverty more than a policy,
anything else.
More than anything.
I'm always trying to lecture the children on this. And I understand why they're frustrated with the economy. It is a sucky kind of economy, especially in an expensive city like this. How the fuck could you live? When I moved here in 1983, from New York, where my rent was $350, I think it went up to $375. Now, of course, this is 1983. Mm-hmm. You were in Tarzan. I was on Westmount in West Hollywood. Okay, you were doing better than me. All right, we don't have to dwell on that. But you know, you could walk the streets of West Hollywood and just look at every other house had a sign for rent. You know, so there wasn't this. Everybody's just trying. Now, to get an apartment, you have to like bribe the person because there's so many people waiting to take that apartment. And it's like a shoebox for like $800 a month would be the least you could.
No, inflation is...
I don't know how these people live. No wonder they're all on OnlyFans.
I want to know how how so quickly Bill Clinton balanced the budget.
Right. Zero. I remember remember he held that big sign with a zero on it? Right. Well, because
we need that right now, so we can start all over again and get a big inflation and then come back to zero.
I mean, at some point, this balloon has got to pop. It's 39 trillion. Do you know that our GDP, for the first time now, I think since World War II, or maybe ever, but our debt is higher than the GDP. We owe more than we make as a country. I mean,
I don't know enough about economics to understand how that's all going to work out for us.
It's not going to work out. But, Trump's view, because he's, a shystery businessman, is that when you have a debt that big, that's the debtor's problem. I mean, the person who holds the debt. Because
the lender.
The lender.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do? We're your partner now. Oh, you want to put us in jail? Well, then you're really not going to get your money.
Yeah.
So we're going to pay back 50 cents on the dollar. He's actually said that out loud.
Yeah.
The difference, he really does.
Yeah.
He's like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's not wrong. It's not morally correct, but he's not wrong. Like, if you have the choice between getting nothing and getting 50 cents on the dollar, I mean, when we had the crash in 2008, I had a lot of my money in Lehman Brothers. They were the first ones to go. And there was like, oh, well, now there's a line of people who were in Lehman Brothers, and, depending on how much you had in or who you blew or whatever it was, we'll see how much money you get back on the dollar. It was not 100 cents on the dollar.
No.
It was whatever we're going to fucking give you on the dollar, and you just took it.
Well, that's the debt swap in Ecuador.
Oh,
that's
really?
what they get, yeah. You buy bad debt.
You buy bad debt. I mean, this country is just so stupid, and this state is so ridiculous. This state.
Why are we here?
Because the sun.
It's so beautiful.
Because of the sun.
You know, where I live out in the country, it's just stunning.
It's stunning here. It's stunning everywhere. Yeah. It's just stunning. It's like you, lucky from nature.
Yeah.
Just a freak of nature, this place. There's no other place you can name that's 1 hour away from the ocean, the mountains, the desert. You can be in Palm Springs, you can be in Big Bear, you can be swimming in the Pacific. You'll get a disease because it's polluted, but you could do it. I mean, it's just an amazing place. And the problem is that the sun here is like what oil is to oil-producing countries, especially third world ones like Ecuador. It seduces you. You don't have to do anything else for the people when you have oil.
What the cartels have done to these countries, to their economies, to their corruption, to their quality of life, to the kids, young men having to be in gangs. It happens so fast now. There is a machine that comes into a country, and within a few years, it's already changing.
Well,
and it's very sad. And I'm sorry, it's all because we want to get high here, basically. And
your point is?
And my point is, when the buying stops, maybe this black market corruption violence will stop. I want I want drugs to be decriminalized.
I do. I want it to be criminalized today.
Didn't we learn anything in the Prohibition?
On this show, I want that to happen.
Prohibition created the mafia.
Of course. Oh, no.
We learned nothing.
I know, but because there's money in it, honey. That's what it, I mean, there's so much money in keeping it illegal. And do you think the liquor...
Why is a congressman from Sacramento wanting to keep drugs illegal?
Because he's lobbied by the people who want to keep it illegal. Because he takes money from the liquor industry. Do you think the liquor industry wants the competition from this? If only people would understand, you can use them together and it's fantastic. You don't have to be fighting. But no, I mean, why did everybody have...
No, this isn't making sense to me.
Why did everybody have to get a COVID shot? Even people with natural immunity. Natural immunity, which we always used to respect. But in COVID, no. Just get our product in you. And I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm just somebody who wants to decide which ones I want.
Yeah, if they had never... I remember the build-up to that, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And I think if they had just left it, here it is, this vaccine, it's available to anybody who wants it, I think probably more people would have taken it. But when you tell Americans you must, that's a problem.
But even more that bugs me is the natural immunity thing. I mean, for the people who are like, we're the science people. Well, there was nothing that was more settled science than natural immunity is the best. So if somebody has natural immunity, if they got this, I know a lot of people who got it like they were like, oh, you know what? I got sick in like November of 2019. I bet that was COVID. Yeah, I bet it was. I bet it was. And you could test it, okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Get our shit in you. That's when I go, okay, now the fix is in. Now you're telegraphing that you just want to get your product in me as much as you can. And you know what? There are things that could come along. There's this hantavirus now where I want your product in me. But I want to decide.
You want to decide.
I want to decide when I want your product in me. I say that about sex toys also.
Oh,
I want to decide.
yes. Yes, for sure.
No, I've never used a sex toy. I mean, I feel like if you have to use something...
No judgment here.
I told you before, Bo, we got to judge.
I don't... Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
I'm saying
we can judge, we can't be judgy.
No, but you've been married twice. Both seem to... I mean, you were married to John to the end, right?
Yeah, till he died.
I mean, that wasn't a divorce, that was...
No, it was till he died, suddenly.
Of what?
Aortic dissection.
What's that?
That's where your aorta, it ruptures and runs like a...
Oh.
Like, what's his name, the actor, the great...
That's what Alan Thicke died of.
Did he?
Yes, he was a very good friend of mine, and he was 69 years old, and he was playing hockey with his kid, his 18-year-old, from the third wives club. I think they were married, and he just suddenly, and the heart just ripped apart.
Yeah.
And he, in a way, if you have to go, that's not the worst way, because you're right to the moment you die, you're living your best life. He was hockey, he was Canadian, doing the thing he loved with his 18-year-old kid who he loved, and then suddenly, and it was like, I remember the kid telling me, they took him into the room and they looked, and it was like, there's nothing left. I mean, we could not put this back together. And this was set in motion from the day he was born.
Like a genetic defect or something.
That little flaw was in there from the beginning, and it was just going to take the number of years it was going to take, and then it was going to...
It's going to happen. Yeah, and ironically, he used to, whenever we'd see a movie or a TV show, and the guy would grab his chest and say, I think I'm having a heart attack, and drop dead, he always said, lucky son of a bitch. So it was weird that that's the way he went, as a lucky son of a bitch. It gave me some peace that he went that way. He wasn't going to get old. He didn't like it, the idea of getting old.
No one likes it.
No.
But when it comes around...
Fast.
I mean, fast, and also I've heard people say, yeah, I don't want to be 75. Yeah, wait till you're 74.
Kidding.
I mean, if it's one thing about humans, we want more. We want more life. Especially if our lives are good. Yeah. Our lives are good. We're lucky.
We're very lucky. I'm still riding horses. I don't know how long I will be riding horses.
Right. That's my basketball.
But yeah.
I still play basketball every day, but I don't know how long.
I don't know how long it's going to be.
But right now, it's still great.
And I'm in a hurry to get all I can out of it right now.
You're in a hurry.
I'm in a hurry to ride as much as I can, travel.
Travel.
You sit in an airport and you see...
I can't travel.
Well, you'd fly private, right?
Even that I can't do.
Why?
I just can't.
What do you mean you can't?
It's just too much. I was on the road for my whole life as a stand-up comic. Every other weekend, I was out, dragging myself out of bed after a full week working on my show, and I loved it, and I went into Cincinnati or Kansas City or wherever, and but I just, you just know when it's over. And I
understand.
I like waking up every day here in California with all its flaws, because, as I was saying, the sun's like the oil.
Yeah.
It seduces you into accepting almost anything.
Yeah.
And it does. I mean, I lived in New York. I grew up on the East Coast. The idea that there are almost no bad weather days here. I mean, there's rain, which we need and I actually like, but it's pretty much confined to one season. It's no matter how hot it gets in the day, it's usually cool at night, which is awesome as opposed to the muggy East Coast.
Yeah.
And sun is just part of what we need to survive. It gets demonized, the sun, like cholesterol. You know, they love to demonize these things. And it's like, no, you need cholesterol. You need sun. You need some sun to convert vitamin D, and it feels good. So don't overdo it. But, you know, I remember living on the East Coast, gray days.
I was born here. I'm California, Southern California girl.
Oh, you are? Mm-hmm. You were born in... Yeah.
A surfer, a sailor.
You're a surfer and a sailor.
I was. I don't do it anymore.
A sailor?
Mm-hmm. My father worked for a sailboat company.
Oh, and a surfer.
No, I was a lucky kid, a very lucky kid.
Well, I'm a lucky guy to just have gotten to talk to you. I could not tell you how thrilled I was when I heard that. I said, really? She's going to do this show? Because I never see you do anything.
No. I'm never promoting anything anymore.
And you don't need to.
No, I'm loving my life.
I know.
I don't need to go back to work.
That's the coolest thing in the world you can be.
It's very strange. People don't understand it because it's something that so many people anyway, you know, that expression, they would kill to do it. To be famous, to be in movies. And not for some of us.
I know one person in the world who has no hopes and dreams, no ambitions, and is the happiest person I know.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is sort of tied to this, well, if I just make my hopes and dreams come true, and very often they don't, or they're not as you dreamed them. It's very rare that your hope and dream comes. And if you're just like, no, I'm just going to skip that part and go right to being happy.
Yeah.
Skip the thing that's going to so-and-so make me happy.
I love retirement.
And go right, me too.
I'm so happy in retirement. Who was it? It was on your show, I think, Galloway.
Yes, Scott Galloway.
I think he was talking about the bullshit of
course.
Of do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Right.
No, do what you're good at. And then you'll make a good living and you can do what you want.
And you live in Santa Barbara now?
North of Santa Barbara.
All right.
But I've been there since 81.
Well, someday you and I should meet in the middle with our significant others. I'll meet you halfway. What's halfway? And we'll have dinner, I hope.
Yeah.
What's halfway? Like
Ventura, something
Ventura.
Or Santa Barbara.
Where all the great restaurants
Santa Barbara. How about Santa Barbara?
I went to
Do you ever go to Santa Barbara?
Of course. I went to Solvang at Christmas week.
That's about
What?
It's funny. Solvang.
It's so funny. You
it's Christmassy around there, you know.
Christmassy. It's a Christmas town.
I know.
It's a Solvang. What?
It's Sunny Valley. It's the Danish capital of the United States.
Exactly.
That's why the windmills.
Yes.
Mini Tivoli Garden.
Sweetheart, I was just there.
I'm 8 miles from there.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we went there. It was the funnest day because they take their Christmas very seriously there.
Yes, they do.
And so, like, this was a week before Christmas.
Oh, it's fun.
Of course.
Yeah,
I
it's so
planned this.
cute.
Yes, it was so cute. And you know what they do? You go to the visitor center and you have to search for gnomes. This is like one of the Danish.
Is it a game?
Yes. They're hidden all over town. And you get a thing with clues. And then you got to like...
You didn't do it.
Of course I did. Of course I did. It was awesome. And we were very high.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say.
I'm not going to say we found a lot of the gnomes. But I remember I was very high. I go up to the visitor center desk and then the lady's there. She said, "Merry Christmas." I was great. I said, "We want to talk to Santa Claus." She said, "He's not here." I said, "What? This is Solvang a week before Christmas.
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me? I want to see him and I want to see him now. They were like, sir, they're like, we don't really get a lot of trouble here at Christmas. Are you going to be a problem? I was like, no. Okay, give me the map. We'll search for the gnomes. And you'd get the clues and we'll search for the gnomes.
That's hilarious. I've never heard of
Do
that.
it with you this year if you want.
I'm gonna
Tell
check
John
into that.
we're all going to go.
Gnome
I'm telling
hunting.
you, gnome hunting. All right. Thank you
That's great.
so much.
Thank you.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Oh, it was fun.
Oh, good.
Random.
I'm
It
glad you
was
think
fun.
so. Okay, I'm glad I got to know you.
Yeah,
That's what I love.
that wasn't scary at all.
No. And it certainly went better than the pre-interview. Can you imagine the pre-interview for that?
Club Random.